Barbie is the newest film from Greta Gerwig. It stars Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, as well as a crazy good ensemble cast as Barbies and Kens and everything in between. And this film tells the story of Barbie and Ken and all of the versions of them who are living their best life in Barbie land. But as soon as some of them travel to the real world, we get some issues. And this was one movie that everybody in the internet, no matter if you're a 2-year-old or if you're an 80-year-old guy, girl, whatever you are, you're probably excited for it. I double featured this with Oppenheimer today. You can check out my review of Oppenheimer. It will already be out. The Barbenheimer day was strong. I actually started with this one just of how it played out. And Barbie is without a doubt one of the most joyful, fun, but important movies of the year. Of course, my hype going into this movie was strong because everyone who saw it right away loved it, and it stars some of my favorite actors of all time, Margot Robbie being my favorite actress of all time, Ryan Gosling being one of my favorite actors, and you have some nice faces like Michael Cera in this movie, Simu, I mean, so many people, Will Ferrell, obviously, and so many more people I haven't even mentioned. I mean, how could I not be excited for this? I wasn't somebody who grew up playing with Barbies or anything, but still the concept of the movie sounded good, and this film easily could have been a failure. It could have been one or two things. It could have just been a crazy, dumb fantasy land of Barbie land, or it could have been your average fish out of water story, but Greta Gerwig, the queen she is, she found a perfect way to mash them together and add all these other social elements to make Barbie, as I said, one of the most important films of the year. So let's get the obvious out of the way first, but something that does need to be mentioned. Margot Robbie, perfectly cast here as Barbie. It is even mentioned in the film how kind of ironic and funny it is that she is cast as quote-unquote stereotypical Barbie. That's what she's called in this film. And you have some other people playing different versions of Barbie. One of my favorite ones was, I don't know if it's Issa Rae or Issa Rae. She was awesome as President Barbie. I mean, so many people. I could go down the list and just name all these people, but I'm not going to because they're all awesome. But that would just be the entire review. But Margot Robbie really channels the naive energy of Barbie, and when she's faced with challenges, you kind of expect how she's going to respond to it, but then as the film progresses, it goes in different ways, and that's why I think that this film became more interesting, and she is accompanied so well by Ryan Gosling. Everyone's saying he's a scene stealer. They are right. He is so funny. He's just full on Kenergy, as people have been saying. He's just going for it, and it works in this movie, and his little competitions between Simu and whoever else, it's awesome in the movie, and the way that they use him to kind of push the whole social aspect of it was really well done. And I've kind of mentioned that a few times there. It won't make sense, and I don't want to tell you without seeing the movie because that will give away a big part of it, but the way that Greta Gerwig kind of expresses that in the film, and that's really what pushes this film to be a better one. It's brilliant, and it's really important, but it doesn't feel like someone's turning and pointing their finger at you and saying, hey, listen to this is how the real world is, even though it's flipped on Barbie, like just stuff like that. It really works, but at the same time, you also have a super fun, hilarious, entertaining movie that anyone can enjoy. As I said earlier, people from the ages of 2 or whatever to 80 are excited for the movie, and that's for a good reason. It is awesome. It's like just under 2 hours, I think an hour 50, hour 54 or something like that, and it never lets up. For me, there wasn't like a single moment in the film where I was like, all right, let's just move on to the next part. This is dumb, or all right, let's move on to the next part. I'm not really interested in this because it's so silly, but the same way, you know, it's meaning something deeper, even if it's someone like Ryan Gosling singing, and it works in the film. It wouldn't work in most films, but Greta Gerwig tells her story in such an inspiring way too, that I feel like will impact everybody in different ways and kind of make them think of different things in different ways and what Barbie represents and everything like that. Again, it may seem like crazy talk if you haven't seen the movie, but trust me, even if you don't think you'll like it, you probably will, because it really is just a fun time at the movies with deeper social themes in there. And as I said, the ensemble cast is great. Another standout is Kate McKinnon. I didn't even know she was going to be in the movie. I don't even know if I watched a full trailer. I've kind of been off for trailers recently, but she was amazing. It's just, you can tell everybody in this movie is just loving it and having a good time, which I love. I heard that everybody said like every day on set was like a party and stuff like that, and it really is reflected in this film. I really loved it. It's really great. Barbie not only provides some of the biggest laughs and joyful moments of the year, but also some great themes that really dig into social standards. Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling are perfectly cast as Barbie and Ken, and the way they play off each other is outstanding. The entire ensemble cast made me burst out laughing on many occasions, but by the end I felt inspired because of how Greta Gerwig told this story. I'm going to give Barbie a 4.5 out of 5. Again, it's another favorite of this year. I will make a video very soon about the whole Barbenheimer double feature. Should you do it? Should you not? But all I can say is go watch both these movies as soon as you can, and let me know what you think of them in the comments down below. I really loved it. Again, look at me, look at what I'm wearing, look at my room, stuff like that. I'm not someone who has an emotional attachment to, I can't say the franchise, but the toy or something like that. But this film really worked for me. Greta Gerwig killed it. I mean, Lady Bird's one of my favorite films of all time. Little Women is great as well, but she's done it again. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Over and out.